To give you a taste of what you'll get as part of our courses on statistical sampling, let's take a look at the EasyQuant software that we use during the training. Where I come from, we have a saying, you get what you pay for. We also have another saying, which is, the best things in life are free. The latter applies for EasyQuant. This freeware gives you 6 methods of sampling, whereas many packages you purchase only give you 1 or 2 methods. But EasyQuant gives you 4 methods of controls testing with attribute sampling, but it also gives you 2 methods of substantive testing. EasyQuant calls it variable sampling, or you might know it as tests of details or tests of dollars. Now, controls testing or attribute sampling is the sweet spot for most auditors. We spend a lot of our time testing controls. So let's demonstrate some attribute sampling in EasyQuant. We'll start with the most universally recognized form of attribute sampling. This one is most often shown in your college audit textbooks. EasyQuant calls it the one-step approach. Although this is universally taught, it's not the most efficient attribute sampling method. By the way, EasyQuant does do the most efficient method, which is stop and go. EasyQuant calls stop and go the two-step acceptance method, and two-step is a modified version of true stop and go. And of course, we do cover that method in our training. However, college textbooks rarely, if ever, show it. In fact, in our course, we're going to take you to another level of efficiency and really show you how to audit smarter by showing you a 3-step and a 4-step approach. What might be scarred on your brain from university auditing class is this. In your auditing textbook, there was no doubt a chapter on attribute sampling, which contained tables like this one here for selecting sample sizes. The good news is that we've progressed since then. And if you take Dr. Dan's advice and learn how to optimize your audit risk model, setting your reliability this high at 95% may be way too high. So be careful not to over-audit. Most attributes don't have to be tested this highly, especially if you're doing other auditing procedures, like Dr. Dan's world-class statistical analytics. The options within EasyQuant are extraordinary. It offers multiple methods for sampling, multiple methods of selecting the data, and multiple methods of evaluation. And let me just emphasize that last point about evaluation. Many software packages will determine sample size, but very few will mathematically project the results to the population. EasyQuant will. And EasyQuant offers you one-sided and two-sided projection, as shown on the screen here. To help you choose which one of these many methods to use, don't worry, Dr. Dan has constructed a neat, very intuitive and interactive decision tree that will assist you in selecting the best method for your audit objectives. Now let's dive a little deeper into one of the sampling methods with a brief demonstration of the one-step method. Let's say you're auditing a large file of corporate card or procurement card transactions. There's a population of 300,000. Next, we'll enter our sampling parameters. We'll teach you how to determine these during the course, and we'll tie them to the recognised audit literature. Let's just input these variables for now. Then EasyQuant calculates your sample size. No tables to look up. Also, notice what happens to our sample size when we change the sampling parameters. For example, let's change our risk level from 15 to 20%. Let's test the sensitivity of this. Our sample size drops. Again, no more tables to look up. But I have just demonstrated for you why it's important to understand and get your sampling parameters correct, because it really can affect how much work you have to do. Another thing that affects how much sampling you need to do is the level of advanced analytics you perform. If you front load your audit with data-driven risk assessment like this, you can dramatically reduce your audit effort. Check out our course on statistical data analytics if you'd like to know more about that. Another great takeaway our sampling course will provide you with is a work paper to test your sample for representativeness, to make sure your sample accurately represents or reflects your population. Because isn't it frustrating when someone unjustifiably challenges your sample? To help you, Dr. Dan has developed a work paper to assist you in statistically validating the representativeness of your sample. So this will allow you to easily justify and vindicate the good work you've done. Thank you for viewing this short demonstration of our e-learning format.